1 in 68 people are thought to have an autism spectrum disorder. Asperger syndrome is part of the spectrum and affects people in many different ways. But the key difficulties are lack of communication skills, restrictive or repetitive interest, and difficulties with social interaction.
Kevin Healey, what do you think you're doing out at this time of night? Isn't it past your bedtime?
Get back in your house, you nosy old cow. It's only 7. I can stay out as long as I want.
Kevin Healey, I shall be bound to speak to your mother. You're a very naughty, naughty child.
I always knew that I didn't think or act like the majority of other people around me, but during my childhood I could never explain why I felt so different. Today I understand why, because I have a diagnosis of Asperger syndrome.
Here's something for your collection, Kevin.
Nice!
Merry Christmas.
I could never hug my mum, dad, siblings or friends. People just made me feel uncomfortable.
Shaun, Luke.
Okay, Shaun.
Shaun is my twin brother. We live in separate worlds, so far apart, but we will always be one. Shaun lost speech and communication skills when he was 4. Autism is a very broad word used to define certain characteristics and traits in an individual. Shaun was born 10 minutes after me, but the oxygen supply was interrupted during his birth. He later had a grand mal seizure and part of his brain was damaged. He continued to show many symptoms which would be later diagnosed as autism.
Wow, thanks, Mum. Dad, thanks, Dad.
My older brother Mark has no disability. He is very kind, loving, and helped look after me and Shaun while growing up.
I wish we'd gotten that table football game. Or anything where all 3 could have played together. Are you feeling okay today?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just tired.
If we are to have a girl this time, I think we should name her Julie. After my mother.
That's a wonderful idea, Doc.
Shaun! How dare you? Give that back.
I'm so sorry, he doesn't mean any harm.
Any harm? What a bad boy.
He can't help it.
Of course he can. That's why he's naughty. Can't you look after your own child?
And can't you see that he just doesn't understand?
What do you mean? A boy that size should understand simple things like not snatching from strangers.
He's different to others.
Ridiculous. People should learn to control their children in public.
Can't you see that he's disabled?
Well, if he's disabled, maybe you should watch him more carefully when you're out.
Hello, Kevin.
Jean, when is your mummy cat going to have babies?
Oh, she's had them this weekend. You can come and see them when they're bigger.
I understood the kittens were too small that day, but I remember thinking, surely they'd be bigger the following day.
Hiya, Kevin.
Can I see the baby kittens?
Oh, they were only born a few days ago. You can come and see them when they're bigger.
I accepted her answer that day, but came back the following day.
Can I see the kittens today?
Oh, Kevin.
I only want to cuddle them.
Oh, Kevin, they're too little. They're not ready to be handled yet. Just come back when they're bigger.
I couldn't understand she had told me the previous day that the kittens were too little, and I presumed that they would be bigger the following day.
Can I see the kittens?
Kevin, I've told you.
My wife has told you already. The kittens aren't ready to be picked up yet.
Kevin, what's the matter? Why are you so upset?
The kittens are getting bigger every day and I'm not allowed to see them.
Oh, Kevin, the kittens are probably still very tiny. Listen, we'll go next door and find out what the problem is. Then you can come with me to pick up Shaun from school, okay? Just need to put this ironing away first.
This continued for 3 weeks until I was finally allowed to see and touch the kittens.
Come on then, let's go.
I began to understand my neighbour had indicated a longer time span.
Right then, come on. I don't know, Kevin.
I would have understood right away if she had said when they were about 2 months old.
Kevin, no talking in class. Kevin, no talking in class.
School was very stressful. I felt overloaded, so I started to use my right hand as a puppet doll. His name was Smika. He became my close friend and was with me wherever I went.
Kevin, come and stand here. Come on.
On many occasions, I would take things far too literally. I thought Mrs. Carter meant my feet should touch the blackboard. I realise now I misunderstood the meaning of what she had said.
What are you doing, Kevin? Stop doing this. Get over here and sit at your desk.
Now she had really confused me. I was used to sitting on the chair next to my desk. I didn't know why she had told me to sit on the desk. It didn't make any sense to me, but she was the teacher and I followed her instructions. I didn't think that I was doing anything wrong.
Kevin, why are you being so naughty?
Why's everyone laughing? I'm only doing what you asked.
Get down and sit on your chair.
The words in this sentence were very clear to me, and I understood. I had many obsessions as a child. Even after doing the dishes, I washed my hands again. I thought of the food leftovers and bacteria in the dishwater. I didn't want the germs on my hands. I also took several showers during the day and was very clean and tidy. I frequently misunderstood the context of words and situations.
Kevin, please read out aloud from the book, Kevin the Kitten.
But I'm not a kitten.
Kevin's stupid.
Oh, hello. You here to see Mark?
No, we were wondering. Remember your boy doesn't speak?
You mean one of my twins, Shaun?
That's right, he didn't say anything. Yeah, what's wrong with him?
Well, he has a disability, you see, so it means he doesn't really chat.
But does he still know about things?
You mean, does he understand things?
Yeah, does he understand what we say?
Well, he might understand some things, but not others. It means we have to be patient.
Oh, alright. Bye, Mrs. Healey.
Bye, children.
I could not understand why people couldn't concentrate on certain things like I could. People's thoughts seemed fickle to me. I really enjoyed concentrating on certain tasks and subjects.
I don't like this show. It's scary. Well, I love it. Mine's the best.
I was obsessed by Space 1999, a British science fiction TV show about the journey of occupants from Moonbase Alpha. My parents recorded every episode. The tape wore out because I watched it so much. I knew the script dialogues off by heart.
Hello? Hello? Maya? Can you hear me?
I turned our back garden into my own base alpha and pretended to live on the moon. My cardboard cutout of a spaceship was my own. When I played in my spaceship, I was in my own world. I could escape the pressure of expectation and social rules. The real world around me wasn't relevant. The idea of living on a different planet was great. I wanted to be a part of the TV programme. The actors lived in their own world, and I just wanted to be there with the crew of Space 1999. I loved the character of Maya. She was an alien rescued from the planet Psychon and had the ability to metamorph.
Can you hear me?
Maya intrigued me. I just wanted to change my body like she could. I could identify with Space 1999. After the series was taken off air, I felt empty and alone. I realised I was trapped here on this planet Earth, but I couldn't deal with this real world I had to live in.
Hello? Hello?
He's so stupid. I know, yeah.
It was so hard for me at school. Sometimes it felt like there were 20 or 30 children bullying me. I just experienced a major panic attack for the first time. I had pins and needles in my chest. It was very traumatic.
Kevin's been bullied every day at school. He's been picked on because his twin brother's disabled. Why are you not doing anything about this?
Mrs. Healey, with all due respect, Kevin's a very eccentric pupil. He's consistently naughty and disruptive in class.
Well, that's not his fault. He just doesn't understand. I really want to take my son out of school. He's been too frightened to come back.
I would strongly discourage that, Mrs. Healey. It'll affect his future.
Well, Kevin said that John from his class had punched him in the corridor right before he had the panic attack.
I see. Well, I'll certainly be talking to John's parents. But that doesn't excuse Kevin's strange behaviour. The other day, when asked to stand in line, he shouted, "Where's the washing line?" And why he felt the need to put his feet on the class blackboard is beyond me.
Well, Kevin's just not like other children his age. His twin brother Shaun has got learning disabilities. We're starting to think that Kevin's got the same thing. Is there no help or support that you could put into place?
Unfortunately, Mrs. Healey, without any formal diagnosis, there's nothing we can do.
But our GP is useless. He just keeps telling us that Kevin's a normal, inquisitive little boy. It's breaking my family apart. We just don't know what to do anymore, or who to speak to.
Mrs. Healey, I do sympathise. Look, don't worry. From now on, we'll keep a close eye on him.
We used to get nasty comments from passers-by on the streets.
Why can't you look after your sons properly? They are properly looked after. Why, they don't act properly. I think they're both rather odd.
Bugger off, silly cow.
Kevin! How dare you speak to your elders like that?
Don't be so rude. I'm so sorry. I do try my best to support...
Maybe you need professional help. I guess that's why you let Shaun get locked up in an institution for mental people.
It was not an institution. It's a respite care home, so we get a break as a family.
Well, maybe they should both spend more time in care.
Yeah? And maybe you should try living in my world. Right, Kevin, I'm going to go down the shops with Shaun, so you stay here. We'll pick you up on the way back.
Okay, Mum.
Come on then.
You're so stupid.
What are you doing, Kevin? Stop doing this.
Was everyone laughing?
Kevin, I've told
My wife has told you already. The kittens aren't ready to be picked up yet.
The kittens are getting bigger every day and I'm not allowed to see them.
That's why he's naughty. Can't you look after your child? And come and see that he just doesn't understand.
How dare you speak to your elders like that?
Bugger off, silly cow.
Kevin! Well, maybe they should both spend more time in care.
Yeah? And maybe you should try living in my world.
I never liked to socialise with other children my own age. I always preferred to be on my own. My life felt very complicated and communication with other people was very difficult for me. I didn't understand the meanings of what I was told, and I didn't know how to react when people expected a reaction. But there was no way to escape. Now I'm able to accept the way I am, and I know why I react differently within situations or circumstances. I slept through the net as a child and didn't get a diagnosis until adulthood. Cheer up, Kevin. Life does get better. You'll go on to achieve great things.